Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and to the Germaphobe Challenge, where the rules are complex, so I'll just throw them up on screen, but in short, germs, blur. We want to avoid them wherever possible. As we pursue the lobbyist. Where might the lobbyist be hanging out today? In one of three different places. They're probably not hanging out at Western Creek because that's alerted. So maybe they're hanging out at Mumbai or Scale. Hide target bodies at Scale. It's kind of possible. There's a lot of cliff edges and things. So we could potentially get rid of one target there without too much trouble. But then poison target emetic, no combat. Poison guard syringe at Mumbai. Where is the best location for the showdown out of these two? Maybe Scale. I've had good luck at that place with some showdowns recently, so maybe that's fine. But we've got to get through alerted Wick Creek first. With no bodies found. Bruh. Only use one disguise. Shouldn't be a problem because we can only pick them up off the ground. Poison target syringe. So, nobody's found, an unsilenced pistol kill epic. They don't work well together. I just think that nobody's found in general is not going to work well with this challenge. Assault rifle epic is probably our best bet. But let's see what else we need to bring. So we're going to bring a syringe of some sort. We don't want bodies to be found, so maybe we just bring an emetic and we just emetic a guard with it and we're fine. I still think we're going to fail on the old no bods found situation. As for our epic assault rifle, I think we'll bring that one and we'll bring our signature red pistol. So what else might help? How many targets were we investigating? 3. So no bodies, it's going out the window, isn't it? We can't hide 3 people on Wick Creek without being able to touch them. Maybe we'll bring an explosive as well for the safe. And let's just see how we do. I'm expecting 3 out of 4. So we're up here. What are our disguise options? I'm thinking Garbage Man in Janus's basement. The safe is in Janus's house, but it's upstairs. And Susan Wilson is a target. How? How do we get nobody's found? Even if we give her the old emetic and she goes into her own bathroom, other people use that bathroom too. But despite this, we are going to try and stick to nobody's found where we can. Also, it's interesting, we are starting in a room and we can't touch door handles because they're filthy. So we could climb out of a window, or we could just use our own special door opener. Want to be careful with ammo though. And then let's see, it looks like our supplier friend might be down in the basement. And one of our targets is just hanging around out front. So, let's get that open. Oh, actually, why am I putting that away when I need it to get out of here? So that's half a clip gone already. Now, what about you, target the first? Where have you gone? You're over there now. Are you a jogger? I mean, you could potentially be hidden, I think. You might go to the river. Yeah, you're going to the river. This guard would probably notice if we did anything to you. But now he won't.
I don't think this is good at all.
That guy's technically not a guard.
Oh,
Okay.
If that jogger had come around earlier, she would have caught me in the act and that would have been awful. So, is there anything around that will let us bonk that other man on the head? No, because we can't pick items up. I remember how this goes. So if we're going to get no bodies found here, maybe we do need to kill this man. Although, maybe not.
Hey!
Okay, he noticed a bullet
Security?
impact.
I need some help.
He's panicking and running away.
Jesus, you gotta help. Terrible is happening.
She is hidden.
We got trouble. Please do something. Okay, step back.
Cool. I think we've got away with that. And I don't think she's going to be found. So this is a strong start. Let's pop down and see our supplier whilst we're here. We've got 66k on us. Let's see, a bunch of large items, but we can also get the ice axe. And the proc stuck. That's all we'll take for now.
Don't be a stranger.
Maybe we'll come back for a big gun later. We think we can get 2 big guns out of the level. Is there also a Janus Guard outfit in his basement? It's possible. Now, Lois Cole is on the move. Is she a jogger? Oh no, but she does go over there, doesn't she? If she gets seekered at the right place. Alright, I wonder if the nurse though is going to cause trouble. If we get down into the Griswold property, we should be able to get through. Ah, but then we'd have to pull a book, wouldn't we? We'd have to pull a book if we wanted to get into the secret door. And that's touching things, so that's off the menu. So we can't actually get those disguises, because getting them from the other side would require putting some busts in certain places. And that also requires touching things. Life is tough when you're a germaphobe. Now, here she comes. So that ranger probably won't see us. Does she just go to the edge of the water? Not quite. Now, nurse, are you going to pay attention? I don't think so. You're generally quite self-absorbed. But you are going a bit closer to him. And I'm not a fan of that. Nope, nurse has turned around. Good. Now, everyone seems to be panicking. However, no bodies have been found. But we've now used up all of our seekers, so... yeah, we're kind of boned, because Susan isn't going to move. Unless we lure her. That could potentially work. Where would we lure her to? Into her basement? We can jump fences, because no one does that. No one's touching a fence when there's a perfectly good gate next to it. Now, her basement looks pretty quiet. Yeah, if we could somehow lure her down here, that'd be great. Because no one else is here. But can we lure her down here by making her suspicious? Or is she going to not come far enough? Let's see. Hello.
I wish my husband would let me have that much art inside the house.
Mister, who are you again?
Yeah, who am I?
What is his problem? Do you know him?
You should come and have a look, Susan.
Hey, why aren't you listening to me? Are you deaf or something?
Maybe. Come on down.
Stop right now!
Cool, this might work. Bam. Should I have waited until she moved in? I wasn't sure she was going to move in or not, but I'm just going to hope that nobody sees her. And maybe I'm going to abandon the safe. I don't like to abandon the safe. But if I leave the level as soon as possible, we might retain the challenges. And I think that's probably the most important thing. If nobody's found disappears by the time I get to the exit, then I'll go back and get the safe. But otherwise, I'd rather have a perfect run, even if it means less mercies overall. I don't know. I don't know why my mind is working this way on this one. It just is. Deal with it. And so we're starting the day with a perfect on a 3 bodies, no bodies found Wit Creek. And if you'd told me that it was just high target bodies rather than no bodies found, I still would have expected to fail it. So I'm pleased with that. I think Mumbai will be next. Poison guard syringe, poison target emetic. No combat. Snipers. We've not really used snipers yet on this challenge, and they're probably quite useful for getting into doors and whatnot. I need to remember to bring a door opener for every mission. So today, it'll be a sniper rifle. Don't really need my wrench, although if I've got space, I might bring my wrench. Just because it's a one-use throwable distraction. I can't pick it up once it's hit the floor. But yeah, maybe we'll bring the wrench. And then let's see. And then we've definitely got space for our pistol and a decent sniper. Just has to be epic, doesn't have to be legendary. So we could go with the Sieger advanced. And we do have space for an explosive of some sort if we desired. Do we have a safe on Mumbai? We do. And maybe I do want to get the safe on Mumbai just because. Although, no combat means I'd need a small explosive, so we'll leave the wrench at home after all. I'm also not sure, did I touch any safe dials on the previous video? Is that allowed in the challenge rules? I'm going to say it's allowed in the same way that ladders are allowed and such, because we never ever see anyone else touching the safe handles. So I'm going to assume that it's not been touched any time recently and therefore it's clean enough for us to do. But I will try and blow up safes where possible instead. How about that? Does that sound good? So we've got 2 targets and we've got no combat. And we're sniping someone. How is all this compatible with what we want to do? I mean, for a start, one of our targets is up in the Mumbai Hills. So without a crow outfit, they're going to be a bit tricky. The other is Basil Carnaby. Interesting. So it's Illusions of Grandeur. Now, where can one get a crow outfit without having to kill a crow and take it off their stinky body? I'm sure that there's a crow outfit somewhere on at least the regular version of the map. But do I know that 100%? And if it's true, where would I find the dang thing? Laundry might be a good bet, actually. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Vanny Shah's character's got the safe, but also our target is no longer up there, so that could help. So how am I going to get the safe without any issues? And there's our target. They look like a guard. Yeah, they're a guard. So how do they get got?
I don't know.
Without combat. Potentially we seeker them and see where they go. Right, we seeker them. Do they come over here? I think they might do. Yes. Yeah, you come there. I don't think anyone will really notice if we give you a bit of this. I hope not, anyway. Maybe they will notice, but we'll be long gone, and so it'll be fine. That's also an option. Now, this door just can't be opened without a train. So maybe we whip out the old sniper again and open that one. That's going to alert some guards though. That might be necessary for later. Not the alerting guards part, the opening the door part. Yeah, those guys are going to do that. So, do we think about Basil next? Local security might be required to get into the chawl? I'm not sure. I seem to have got into the chawl last time it was Illusion to Grandeur without an outfit. It might just be a case that we can't get too far in the chawl without one. Let's see.
Okay, you need to go back to where you came from.
Okay, so yeah, we're not allowed in through that door. Are there multiple versions of Illusions? Because it might even have been last video. No, it couldn't have been because we didn't do Mumbai last video, did we? Okay, we're definitely not allowed in on this version of Illusions. So let's think about what else we're going to do. Don't mind me, friend. There's this door that we can crack open. There's no windows or anything, is there? Is there going to be a local security outfit on the other side of this door? Okay, someone's panicking.
Hey, please, someone help me. Boy, am I glad to see you. I really need your help.
Let's possibly just vacate this area for the moment.
Can you please help?
Because again, we've got excited guards. Let's go back and deal with the safe. I feel like local security is the only outfit that might help us in there. And if it's like the regular version of the map, if it's like chasing a ghost, there will be a local security outfit in there. If there isn't, then... because I want to be able to get in, syringe Basil's bodyguard, perhaps, and then take him out whilst bodyguard isn't around. But then bodyguard will come back and we'll see the body, so combat might still be initiated. That's all problems for the future. Current problem is getting in here. And again, we've got people who will notice if we're going around shooting doors. And there's 2 doors, no less, to get into that carriage. Do we need those doors? Or can we drop in through a window? Yeah, coming through a window. It might require murking civilians, though. And I'd rather not. Where exactly is the safe? It's down here. So getting in from this side of the carriage would also involve shooting doors. And there's also a civilian. So that civilian, Vanya's assistant, she goes back and forth. If I come in from this side of the carriage, I'm going to have to deal with her because I'm not going to have an option. Whereas if I come this way, there is a non-zero chance that I can get in, plant the bomb, and then get out without having killed anyone. There's also a chance shooting this door open will break. No combat. We will see. Okay, so we've got that door open. Once again, people are panicking. But it seems as though no combat hasn't been broken, so that's good. Now, it wouldn't hurt to kill a couple of civvies. I just don't want to, if it can be avoided. That's nothing to do with being a germaphobe, that's just to do with being a halfway professional assassin. I suppose I can just leave my briefcase here as well, because we don't need that Now that we've got the door open. Right, she is... She's kind of not paying much attention. But at the same time, I don't want to get too close. Hopefully that blew the safe open. I'm not sure if it bounced off or not. It might have bounced off, which means I might have no choice but to crack the safe the old-fashioned way. Which means, despite my best efforts, a couple of folks might have to hit the dirt. Now you are panicking. Down you go. You stay down. So,
What the hell?
combat,
You gotta be
probably.
kidding. Are you
Oop.
4 men?
Bodies have been found, so let's scuttle away. I don't know if that... Yeah, that has already broken no combat. Very well. Pisk. No combat's flaky. Sometimes it breaks, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes if you get far enough away, but then a body is found, you get away with it. But on this occasion, it's certainly broken. No reason to have any more combat though, so we'll try and keep it to a minimum. Definitely caused a bit of panic though. Folks are strolling around about. Now there might well be a clue out here.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's me. Okay, that was definitely combat. But now those guys are alerted.
Anyone copy? Still looking. No sign of any pub.
Don't let him get away! Shoot him! Holy shit!
Oh shit, you're shooting me. Well,
Go, go, go! Get that piece of shit out of hiding!
I don't think they know who I am. They just know that there's a piece of shit hiding. So maybe we just walk away from this situation for now. We'll go and see if we could have dealt with Basil without breaking no combat. So we'll go back up to the door that we opened before. Someone is walking back and forth between the two rooms. Definitely noticed a crime, and there is no thing on this bed. Okay. But we're also not trespassing, it seems. That guy might get suspicious, though, if we snipe this door open right now. In fact, he probably will, so let's just be patient. Maybe local security has been moved into the laundry on this version. I'm trying to remember if that's the case or not. And I can't remember. But yeah. Missions where you've got to shoot open doors in public places. That's where germaphobe becomes a bit tricky. So would there be a sensible way of getting into the laundry? And do we want to worry about that until we've been back to Vanya's carriage? Probably not. They've probably finished cleaning up by now. Okay, they haven't, because that guy's still there. And that guy's still there, so they've not come close. Yeah. Our throw was errant with the old breaching charge because it hasn't popped the door. Oh, crap.
Hey,
Yep, I shouldn't be here, I know.
this area is off limits.
You're off limits. And now this door is closed. So we'll do a bit of that. So where's our third clue? Fairly sure it's not going to be up here, but we'll have a quick peek if we can. We can get away with such a thing. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's up there.
Just as you said. I told the guard
logically, this would be a good spot for it, somewhere in this garden. But no. If it's not in the carriage itself, out the other side's also an option. Is the roof of the carriage an option? No. It would have been another way into the carriage. But then we would have run into the original problem of being seen by people and having to shoot them, so not great help. It's times like this I wish we hadn't bought everything from the suppliers already, because we could have potentially picked up a new explosive to help us out. Pretty sure our suppliers' inventory gets set when one begins the map, and we won't be able to find a breaching charge on him at this time. Guess there's a possibility the clue's in this side. It seems slim. We're quite far away at this point. Yeah. Don't you look at me. God. I know I've said I'm running low on ammo, but still. That guy was annoying. Let's come back here later. I was thinking let's do this first. Then we'll get the local security outfit. Then it doesn't matter if we blow the outfit. But if we go and get the outfit and then we use it successfully, then it doesn't matter if it gets blown after that, because we won't be going back to the chalk. Also, I'm still not convinced that we are going to find the outfit in the laundry. It's just a hunch.
Where did you leave
So
the
we'd be looking
I can't
up
find
these
it.
steps.
Oh, I took care of it already. It was a rush order, so I washed it when I came in this morning. It's drying upstairs.
There's certainly an outfit here. Okay, no, it's just still dancing.
Supposed to be used in the movie they're shooting in the town.
Of course.
Same as
I don't
normal.
want to get on random.
Are there any other outfits that might work? I don't think so. I think it's local security or nothing. So I guess it's nothing. Okay, we're not trespassing now. Once you're in, you're not trespassing. It's only getting into the place, it seems, that's difficult. But once you're in, you're all good.
Sorry, sir. A crisp shirt will only get you so far in life. Know what I mean?
Okay, so that guy is definitely blocking our path, because Basil might go up here. So we've got the possibility of just popping Basil in here now that no combat is broken. Yeah, there's nothing above us that we can drop on his head or anything. That guy is definitely going to notice if we cause trouble. Now that guy's down, we could get in here. Does it help us? Probably not. But it also gives us more chance of getting a clean shot off on this floor. Okay, that guy walks back and forth. Are there any doors we can just get into on this floor? There's no windows up here that we can climb into by the look.
Gotta be.
Alright, who saw that? Who heard that?
Get down!
It's me.
He's firing
You there?
at us! No sign
Got
of
a
the target.
troublemaker to deal with.
Okay,
Still on the target.
we've been made.
Son of a bitch! Target lost! Hello? Target lost! You hear me?
Now things get spicy.
Can you hear me? Oh, we got more trouble.
That guy down there apparently knows us.
I need some help to deal. I need some more muscle here, man. Son of a bitch. He's got us.
Okay, we're clear. Now we just need to get out of here before we get shot. Cool. Okay, that's Basil down. No combat definitely didn't happen. Let's go and see our supplier if we can. What do you have for us, friend? Got a little pistol. We'll take that. The other items are large, and we don't have a guard outfit,
I'm here if you need more.
so that's fine. Don't think there's a Vanya's servant outfit around. But if there is, it would probably be in the tailor's shop, so it could potentially help us. Are we actually allowed up into the hills on the Illusions version of the map? We are. Okay. I never come up here, you see. Just thought it'd be fun to just come up, have a glance around. It could well be the least visited segment of anywhere on any of the maps. At least the way I play things. Tailor's shop. May or may not have an outfit for us. Yep, Basil's been found.
Seems rather
Okay.
It's a big opportunity.
Nothing on
for
this
you.
floor.
Sure, Vanya.
What are you going to do?
Listen,
Not seeing any
I
outfits
have
on
to
this
go out for
floor.
a while.
if anyone asks for me, just tell them I'm
I
not.
bought it.
So, yeah, I think we're out of luck. The laundry has got something, but I think it's food vendor. So I guess we're doing this in our suit. I just want to get back to my safe house at this point. It's been forever. But that bloody final clue just won't show up. Also, I probably shouldn't have shot the guard that was just hanging out in that train yard bit, because he could have been my syringe target. Let's just scan about in here in case the target's like clipped through the floor or something like that and it's invisible to us. At this point, I'm inclined to call this safe bugged and to say that it's only actually got 2 clues that are visible, and the last one is just clipped through the world or some nonsense. Which would be unfortunate, especially because I've wasted so much time on it. But I guess we were never going to get perfect runs on everything with this challenge, so heck it, I'm giving up. We can't get that safe. We're just going to go about our ordinary, everyday business and possibly poke someone with a syringe. Where can we find a single guard? There's one, but he's kind of got his back turned in an awkward fashion. Can't touch the generator to lure out a guard, but will shooting it switch it on? We'll certainly get their attention because it's a bullet. That's good enough for me. Alright, closed door.
Good to go.
Oh, I did switch it on. Good. Something went right. Hurrah! And 3 out of 4, it's probably fine.
Someone needs to take a stand.
Try and get burned, baby.
So even by my standards, that was faffing around to the extreme. But we press on. We head to Scale, where we need to poison kill, but we also need to hide a body. The old big pharma contradictions coming into play once again. Eliminate during tell. We could do that, perhaps. Eliminate them whilst escaping and poison don't really work together. Eliminate them while going to a meeting and poison don't really work together. So the only one that works with poison is eliminate during tell, because we can poison their beverage and then they can keel over. So we'll bring 2 lots of lethal just in case. But we also need to poison emetic them, so actually that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, poison emetic doesn't work with any of these. Because if we poison them emetic, they're then going to run away probably afterwards. And then maybe we can prick them with a syringe just before they go? Is it possible that we can seeker them, follow them to a toilet, then threaten them with a gun, and then prick them while they try and escape? But then we won't be able to hide them. Yeah, this is the worst set of prestige objectives that we could have got. We might have to give up on high target bodies and poison emetic or poison kill. Or we might have to give up on the prestige. Yeah, the only way I can see this working is 3 out of 4. We emetic them, and then we threaten them, so they start to escape, and then we prick them with a syringe. It seems like a terrible idea. Maybe we'll bring an impact explosive just in case, because if we can blow them up next to a cliff edge or something like that, maybe, just maybe, we can get all of the options done. Yeah, if they go and vom next to a cliff edge or something, then potentially we could shoot them over the edge. So we'll bring some guns, because guns are cool, and we will just have to see how it goes. Okay, it's a new day. I got called away just before I could start that mission, but that's given me time to sleep on it and realise how stupid my plans are. I'm thinking we're going to go with eliminate leader during tell instead of eliminate leader escaping. And we're going to give up on high target bodies. We're not going to get everything because frankly it's ridiculous. So we're going to also drop our syringe and our explosive. If anything does go tits, we'll just use the pistol to deal with it. But we're going to bring along both lethal and emetic pills. Actually, we've still got space for the impact explosive, haven't we? So yeah, what I'm going to try and do instead is poison their food emetically, or seeker them, and then poison their food lethally. And then when they finish forming, they'll hopefully come back. We'll sort of try and hover near them if we can. And if they do come back, that's fine. If they don't come back, then we'll just shoot them as they try and escape. But I think that poisoning the suspect doesn't necessarily lead them to leave the level. I seem to have memories that doesn't always happen, so let's find out. Okay, it's nighttime. Our targets are hovering around. Let's see. Patrons Lounge. Up and about there. In the gallery. And upstairs in the Architect's Lounge. So, our suit's looking a bit buggered. But some of these targets might be doable. Okay, target 1 is not the one. Get off my list. Hatless. It's going to be a target on the upper floors, isn't it? It always is. So let's see. Everyone's setting fire to money. Where's the next target? Ah, wait a minute. She's got black hair. And she's hatless. So it's definitely not her. Yeah, I just recognised her from her silhouette. I was like, yep, black hair. Earrings, glasses, we know you. So next target's also around here somewhere, perhaps? Is that a target? That looked like the foodie animation. So I think that's also a target that's not ours. Chocolate bar, yeah, that's not ours. So our target is going to be upstairs somewhere. Now there is the architect's outfit. Not the architect's, the Ark Society member outfit. That's probably one of the best outfits we can pick up without anything sketchy going on, but how are we going to get to it? Let's see, we can't get through this door to get Palace staff outfit because we'd have to touch the door. Can we get there from outside though? A disguise would be nice. And we could potentially cause some sort of ruckus because if our target is indeed upstairs, then causing a bit of chaos down here won't necessarily cause anyone to flee. So if I could get past those two guys, life would be good. But we probably can't get past those two guys. We can't climb up on this roof, despite the fact that's a very short hop, and 47's definitely jumped larger. So maybe we go back up to where they're burning the money and see if we can't sneak down to that door. Are there any other outfits?
How are you today, sir?
There's the entertainer outfit, isn't there? But it's behind a door. Or two. And I don't know if it would help us all that much. So, from here we can head down.
A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Never sells.
Do we want to kill any guards on our way down? Maybe not. Maybe we have to though. I'm not sure. Probably can't hurt to ice those two. Because I don't know if they come down far enough for us to sneak past them. And then we can climb this ladder. Where's our outfit? There it is. Cool, so we've got disguise. This is progress. We don't normally end up with a disguise in this challenge. We come back up this way past the bodies. No one seems to mind just yet. We're trespassing, but yeah. No one's that fussed about our presence. And now we're allowed up here. But I don't think we're allowed further in, are we?
Sorry, sir. Got orders. Can't let you through.
Okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
The progress has been made to some extent. Are we allowed through here?
Right. Hello.
Cool. So yeah, we're getting deeper in. Pleased with that. Now, are you a lookout? Or are you just an enforcer? I think you're just an enforcer. This door. So these guards are coming through this door, but that guy is an enforcer. So we need him to get past us, and then we need to get through that door before it closes again. Because he's very much an open fire at the earliest opportunity enforcer. There we go. Now, that guard is an enforcer. But there were targets around here, so there might still be. Unless they've all moved upstairs. So do we try and get the Ark Society outfit? I feel like we've gone as far as we can. And our targets have now moved over into... Okay, so our targets have moved further upstairs. Are they going to come back? I feel like the Ark Society outfit won't help us if we go much higher up. You've got a hat.
Right? But if you don't mind me asking...
And you're bald.
People have been searching for the crowd, so wherever did you find it?
Necklace? Do you have an earring?
Cut a long story short, it began with a Portuguese galleon.
I don't think you've got an earring. Or is that an earring? Is that an earring dangling down on that side? Yeah, it is. Cool, so she fits much of the bill. Is anyone going to pay much attention if we seek her from, say, here?
It was lost for over 5
I feel like that woman might.
Won't tell Blake
Yeah, that
Nathaniel
woman's
to
paying
build the
attention.
serpent.
Now she's off to a meeting. So, back upstairs.
Equipment set up and your colleague
You kind of fit the bill as well, I think.
calibrated.
Nice. I can't wait till we initiate the space.
About that.
I'll let you know if I need anything.
No, you've got a tattoo. Okay. So, not you. And here comes the enforcer again, who's very brutal and will kill us if he gets the chance. So, let's scuttle away. So, target went this way. Did they go further upstairs? I think they may have done.
telling you, even a damn ghost couldn't get past this setup. It's the holy grail of security systems. This guy told me that the
Yeah,
Washington
they went up
Post are
further,
envious
I
of
think.
that piece. That mystery.
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
Climate change.
We're not allowed
How are
much
you this
higher.
evening, sir?
Yeah, we can't get past the raiders. So we can't really open doors around here because that would require guns. And there's not really a quiet spot to do that from. And target is upstairs again somewhere. We should have bought a syringe as a backup in case we couldn't poison their food. Because her drink, I should say. Because she keeps going upstairs, so her drink might be up there.
Sure.
If indeed
Still, it's out of our
that's our
hands.
target.
All we
Where are you going? You going to open this door for me? Okay, does that help us? We're now locked in this side, perhaps. Is that a problem? I guess we're not locked on this side because we can just come down here. Oh! It's the enforcer. Okay, he's off. We're back through. Be nice if I'd been able to narrow down which of our targets is which, but there's still two of them on the move. Well, that silhouette looks like a dude. There she is again. Are you going to reveal any of your tells to me? You're going to come this way? Okay. We can follow. There's a glass of wine there. That might be new. She's reading a book. If that was her glass of wine, that would be amazing.
Hello there.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, she does have a drink down here. So. Now it's a game of patience. She doesn't have an assassin either by the look of it. So we'll pop the emetic pills in there. Right, just had a slight interruption. Had a knock on the door from a representative of that one really stinky political party. You know the one. But now we're back. I could have left it running, to be honest, because all we're doing is sort of standing around and waiting for our target to come
Good to
back.
see you, sir.
Maybe we want to hang out in here. I feel like
The hell am I? I got shit to deliver.
I feel like
That's a great line. Oh, the band's gonna be psyched
the
when they
enforcers
hear that.
might come through here, and I don't want to be out there. But then again, now that I've said that, I don't want to be in here. Really, do I? Because if something goes wrong, I won't be able to get out this door without shooting it open. But yeah, the enforcers, I think, come through that door, one way or the other. Maybe I'm safe over here from them. Ah, yes. Our hatless friend from earlier has returned and we can knock her off the list. It turns out she's also a drinker. So that's definitely down to two people now, but one of them has shown both the tells. So one of them is our target, basically. Now we just come to the question, is she going to cut and run after she's finished having a vom? I suppose what I could do is poison her drink with the lethal quickly and then follow her into the bathroom. And then if she does decide to try and escape, we can just bip her there. But then, yeah, what is our escape plan if she does try to escape? Because if we just bip her in the bathroom, it's probably not the end of the world, because then the courier will eventually come back into the bathroom and that will allow us to slip out the door while he panics. So yeah, what I think we'll do is after she's taken a drink, we will immediately slip the lethal pills in and then we'll follow her to the bathroom, and then when she's done in the bathroom, yeah, we'll either bip her then if she tries to leave, or we'll just sort of wait until she drinks again. I love it when a plan actually exists and I'm not just flailing around like an idiot. This always been here. Was this here when this map came out?
Still out here?
Or did this only show up after New York had been added? I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me.
And I can't be bothered to find out. Yeah, target's getting closer. I feel like she might be thirsty again. I hope so. Nope, she's wandered off. Dang it, where's she going? This is the trouble with targets with long loops or targets on big maps. We could be here for some time waiting for it to return. But, as I've said a few times in the past, that's only a problem for me, it's not a problem for you guys. Unless I decide to keep talking to fill the silence, and then I'll leave those bits in and you have to deal with those bits. Look at this. It's a horse. With a dude on it. I heard somewhere that statues of horses have different meanings depending on how many legs they've got on the ground. Like, if they've got 2 legs in the air like that, then it means that the person died in battle or some nonsense. I don't know. I'm just talking. Here's a lampshade. Oh, that deadly enforcer's just strolled through. And I'm safe in here. That's good to know, because I wasn't paying any attention. I just looked up from my phone and saw the dot going past. I'm already pretty sure, by the way, that I can't get to the safe or the supplier. Otherwise I'd be going to one of those right now. But the safe is in the restoration room, which I'm not allowed in. And the supplier is up even higher in an area that I also can't get to with any of the outfits at my disposal. Potentially by going outside and climbing up a drain pipe I could get to the supplier, but maybe we'll consider that after our target has had their first poison and if they decide to just continue about their routine. Because we might have to do this sort of wait again once they've had that first drink. This might be her. She might actually be coming down to demonstrate her tale once again. If she drinks this and then it's not her, oh boy, I'm going to be upset. You gonna drink? Or are you gonna read your book? Okay, she's gonna read a book. Ah, maybe that magazine is there purely because there's bookworms on the map. So maybe that's a clue that tells you where bookworms are going to hang out in much the same way as you can tell where drinkers and foodies are going to go. What a thought. What a thought I'd not previously considered. Excellent. This is our target. That is reassuring.
What?
Now let's give her some lethal pills as well.
Oh, really?
And then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, from here the plan is simple. She tries to escape and we murk her before she leaves this room. Or she doesn't try to escape and we just go away and wait for her to come back and have a second drink and drop dead. Okay, she's feeling better. Now what's she going to do? Am I right that she won't flee? Or am I wrong? I appear to be right. She is not fleeing. This is outstanding news. So now let's just head towards an exit. Although we can't get out this door unless we end up following the enforcer. Oh, she's already gone straight back to the drink. Wonderful. So that's mission accomplished then. Apart from the high target bodies, but I think we've done pretty well, all told. Blake's going that way. Would that way help us? Would that let us get out? No, that's that way. I think we'll just wait for the super enforcer to come back and we'll follow him. Because I don't know if we're allowed this way or if this way would help even. Are we allowed this way? Okay, we are. Now, where was our supplier? Although we can't buy anything super cool from them because we don't have the ability to climb back down that comfortably. Let's see, there goes Super Enforcer. Maybe we just cut our losses and leave. We'll worry about suppliers when we're not doing a showdown. So we're trespassing up here. Are we trespassing down here? And would it matter if we are? Because that guy's going to turn around. Okay, we are trespassing. But we're also leaving. Good. Well, that was an ordeal. Did we get a prize? Oh, we get a rifle. Okay. And what do we get from here? We could get our breaching charge back. Yeah, we'll leave the pills because we've got replacement pills. And where do we go for level 3's missions? We're not doing Big Pharma again. I'll tell you that much for free. Don't know if eco crime works that well. I mean, it's got things like push kill. Or doesn't actually have push kill, does it? It's got accident kill. And it's got drowning kill, which we can't do. We've done arms trafficking. If we didn't get fibre wire, then assassination would be alright. Psyops is generally pretty friendly for this challenge, so maybe we'll save that for level 4. Espionage and assassination both look alright for the challenge, I think. We'll go assassination. We'll go Bangkok, Haven, Hokkaido, Marrakesh, Miami. Marrakesh and Miami are our alerted maps. Haven could be a showdown. That feels like a good showdown map. What's Hokkaido going to be like? Probably a big old pain in the butt. Oh, and it's got push kill. Where did push kill come from? I can't do push kills. Or I guess if someone stands on the edge of something and I throw something at their head and they fall off. Or I throw something at their head and then I shoot them until they fall off. It could theoretically be possible. But then if I shoot them too much, they'll just die before they fall off. So, what have we got up here? Unsilenced pistol epic. Why not? So we'll bring our wrench, just in case someone stands at the edge of a cliff and could be knocked off with it, with a throw. We need a remote explosive kill, so rubber ducks are always good for that. And then we need all sorts of guns. We need El Matador. We need our red gun. And then we could bring an SMG, but we're going to have to bring a sniper rifle, so will the Seeker Advance get us through doors comfortably? Maybe. I mean, a lot of the doors on Hokkaido might open automatically if we can find an outfit. So we might actually be able to walk through doors on Hokkaido. We'll have to see. Do I want to bring anything else? Maybe we also bring a coin and we can lure someone to the edge of a cliff and then potentially get our push kill. Okay, so we are in the restaurant. That might mean elusive target version. Diana is a target. Orochi is a target in the security room. And Akira Nakamura, the director, who's up in his office, I think. So, here we go. One of our targets is here. The director, though.
Apparently, something got loose deeper in the hospital. And they've closed off
That's
an
patient
entire
zero.
section. I tried to go there, but there were guards turning the guests away, so...
So the director's up there. If we can get in the garden, we might be able to snipe him. This target might be a good opportunity for a remote explosive, but then... Is there anywhere where we could successfully El Matador her? Perhaps. Is she coming downstairs? No, that would be too much to ask. But she is going into the bit that I just came from. No, we can't get through that door. Yeah, the doors don't actually open for us, do they? We still need to push them, even if we're in the right suit. So that's not great. Yeah, you stay there for a moment. And then we will sneak over here. What do you mean? Combat. You didn't see that. Cool. Okay, so people are aware of what's going on. This hasn't gone according to plan. Why are we in combat? Who's trying to combat us? Okay. Things aren't going great.
Copy that.
Can't open that door. Okay. Yeah, keep firing, boys. Oop.
He's opening up. Take cover.
Oops.
It just opened fire!
Target inside. Fire at will.
Yeah, this is escalated. I wonder if we can get our other
End this shit.
sniper kills.
Move in on target.
Engage! Engage!
Maybe not. Maybe it'd be foolish to
Where the hell
try.
did he go? Move to better vantage point now. Target in sight.
There we go. Now. Okay. Oh, there we go. Could definitely use a new outfit. Didn't even see you on the minimap, you little shit. Where might we get an outfit from? You come around? Or should I come to you?
Move to a better position.
Over there. Is that a ghost? Check the area.
Yeah, he's definitely not a ghost. He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Heard. Understood. Signal.
Now, if I got more bullets than there are guards. That's the question.
I'm under it.
There's more than 19 guards left. I'm in trouble. Or if my shooting's bad enough, I'm in trouble. Now, no one has picked up my briefcase yet, so we can have that back. Is there a resort staff outfit anywhere around here? I doubt it. There might be in the laundry area. Let's see.
Over there!
Yeah, he is. He's over here. Don't mind me, everyone.
Shit!
Alright, at least one guard is approaching. Or just running past me. Fine. Now, I'm not sure whether or not there is anything worthwhile up here in terms of outfits. Also, that door's closed. Yeah, you run through that door. That's a start. Do you want to run through another door for me? No, you've run off. Does she want to come through a door? Am I even right in guessing that there might be an outfit in there for me? Or am I talking nonsense? Again. Hello.
What the hell are you doing here?
Don't mind me.
I'm getting help. You're just asking.
There's no outfit in here.
What's wrong with you anyway?
Okay.
What?
Right, that guy somehow didn't see me. Don't know if coming up here is any use. Are there any guards left up here? And if there are, does it matter? Should I be coming up here? Or is that just wasting more of my ammo? There are a couple of guards up here. Okay. Lazy buggers hadn't gone looking for me with all their chums. Now, Nakamura-san is down there. But he might be behind a door. Okay, we can shoot his door, perhaps. Is he now going to come around and open it to investigate? Kinda. Good enough. So now we just need to explosive remote kill our last target, perhaps. Orochi is probably busy cleaning up bodies at this point. I'm pretty sure he's a guard, and there aren't many guards left right now. So he's probably down with the pile of people that we've made. Is this my least subtle mission ever? Probably. Now there's old Orochi. Here's my duck. It's right there. I think he heard that. Is he going to come and have a look?
Sir, I think I just found a weapon over there. It was just lying around.
Okay. We had to fire it because he was about to go and look for a weapon instead because of that guy distracting us. There we go. So 2 out of 4. But we're alive. Given the circumstances, I'll take it. And it's kind of good that we did ice these last 2 guards up here because that now allows us a nice smooth exit from the level. Didn't get to speak to our supplier again. But this is the way of things sometimes. We'll have to just live with it. And live we shall. And there you go. Another stupid mission in a series of stupid missions. This might be one of the toughest challenges that I've come up with so far. But I'm having fun, and I hope you are too. Until next time, thanks for watching, friends.